yes, we are expanding the family, but, I have a belief that when you do things, you don't just go, you go big. So 2 babies, people. 2 babies are on the way. Those are ultrasounds, what you're seeing over there.
This video isn't about Dave Rubin. It's about the stigma towards surrogates and same-sex parents. This is Rebel HQ. I'm Sandee Lovas. Dave Rubin announced on Twitter he and his husband are expecting 2 children. Congratulations, I mean that with all sincerity. The replies to his announcement were a mix of people expressing well wishes and a whole bunch of homophobic attacks with condemnation for using surrogates. Here's his announcement. It's true, all of it. And you can see 2 pictures of ultrasounds, and baby 1 is coming in August and baby 2 is coming in October. Aw, they're even wearing matching suits. This reply from Mark Dice. This is horrifying, buying a woman's eggs and then renting other women's wombs to grow their children, who will be deprived of their mothers, and instead forced to be raised by 2 gay men as theirs. Any Christian or conservative congratulating them is just as bad as the Marxist. Denise McAllister had some interesting words to say about this. To purposely deny a child his or her mother to gratify your need to fill the empty void within caused by your sin, and to construct a false family because you have rejected God's holy means to create a real family is nothing less than child abuse. I pray for your repentance. I just want to say, people were having children long before there was religion. Anyway, she goes on to say, when you reject God's truth for man's truth, you have placed a crown on the tyrant's head, offering him your liberty on his altar. You are a fool, and your folly has paved the way for wickedness to redefine families, human identity, the rule of law, and the very rights of man. It's good to know, men, they have rights. Okay. And there was this semi-supportive message from Brad Christensen. This is rough. Denying children of a mother so you can play parent is selfish. That being said, I think you'll be a good parent, but that doesn't make it right. These gendered attacks are pathetic, and the people using them need to grow the F up. Do these people say, how dare you rent a woman, when it's a straight couple using surrogates because they're unable to conceive a child on their own? Well, yes, some of them will, but it's not as common. We accuse people of exploiting women who voluntarily offer their bodies to grow a baby. Often, they're not even biologically related to the fetus, but we never say we're exploiting men for their sperm. It could have something to do with how easy it is to obtain. All these people outraged saying a child needs their mother. Why is there never the same outcry about the father staying in the picture? Why is it practically normal to accept a lot of men have little to do with raising their children? But how dare the mother not be involved? Don't children need their fathers too? No, they don't need a mother either. Ideally, sure, the biological parents being part of the child's life is good, but for many reasons, that may not be an option. And this shouldn't be breaking news, but just because the parents are biologically related to the child doesn't mean they're going to be good parents. And sometimes it's in the children's best interest not to be raised by them. What a child needs are adults in their life who love and support them, adults they can turn to and trust, adults who are good examples and can guide them through their life. What gender these adults are or how they're related is of little significance. They could be aunts, uncles, cousins, family friends, adopted parents with no biological ties, and having multiple adults to turn to is wonderful. A child won't be bothered about the gender of the adult so long as they're getting what they need. Being a single parent, while more challenging, is also fine. People often expect that single person to play the role of mother and father, yet when it's 2 people of the same sex, it's unnatural for one or both of them to role model traits commonly associated with the other gender. How about we stop forcing people into gendered roles? Let's stop telling people that because they're female, these are the traits they're allowed to express, and if they're male, those are the traits they're allowed to express. Can we start with that? The gender of the parents isn't the end-all be-all. It's the values they demonstrate. For more of my stuff, you can find me on social media as Left of the Box. Don't forget to hit buttons and leave comments. Thanks for watching, and until next time, get informed, get involved.